Thank you all panelists for this interesting discussion, your interesting views. I take some kind of words from that that I really also like. Lasagna, that's a very important thing. I do think that information is, and how to deal with information is a critical thing for trying to connect all those ingredients for the lasagna. And that's what Begoña is going to talk about. So I would like to introduce Begoña from TECNALIA, who's been involved in the catalog for a bit, but now will be trying to look back a little bit from the perspective of the catalog, but trying to get it to a higher level of how to deal with information in the ecosystem. So Begoña, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Yes, looks like it's working now. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Maurits. Well, thank you also for giving us the floor after this interesting panel, because I think we are going to have also some concrete examples on how cooperation, cross-fertilization is already happening as it was discussed before. So let me try to share a presentation, but I see that I can't share now. Marta, I don't know if you can do something. Compartir.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Okay, thank you. So as I was saying, very challenging panel that we are having now, and very challenging discussion. I mean, on how we can go from the exchange of information to real cooperation. So in between the presentation now, I think it's ready. Yes. Okay. Just 1 second. Compartir. Can you see anything now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So you see the full screen and everything?
Yes, not presentation mode, full
Not in
the
presentation.
PowerPoint presentation.
Okay,
with the
great.
sidebar.
Great.
Now it's full
Thank you
screen.
so much. Okay, so so I'm really happy to present my panel today. I mean, this will be the first thing I'm doing, and I'm really proud to share this slot with the winners from the DIHNET Champions Challenge. It is really nice to have here with us the first winner of the Champion Challenge. You know already, because it has been shared today in previous presentations, that for us the Champion Challenge has been one of the key things within DIHNET. Why? Because we were looking from mature digital innovation hubs for showcases that could serve other digital innovation hubs in Europe to learn to follow a path like the ones they were following. Thorsten Huelsmann was the first winner of the Champion Challenge. We were also very proud to give this prize within a very huge physical event that we had in Madrid, the stakeholder event, with also a huge number of attendees at that time. But we also had in the second edition Barta Balázs, from IM Lab in Hungary, and also the Basque Digital Innovation Hubs, both winners of the second bunch of the Champion Challenge. And even though we couldn't be physically together, I mean, we also had the opportunity to share this information within one of the biggest, if I can say so, events that we have all been working in the landscape of digital innovation hubs. That was the event that we had in January. So this is also very important. I mean, we wanted to select the best, and we wanted to show this in big events in which, I mean, we could get or reach an impact for other digital innovation hubs. And together with this, I mean, I have also the honor to present the Joint Research Center, Annita and Gabriel. I have been working hand to hand with them, I mean, within the catalog. And as Maurits was saying, the catalog has been key for starting with having a central point and having a place to go to look for information on Digital Innovation Hub. But you will see today how they present us also new developments where you can also learn and progress with this. So I will be proud, as I said, to moderate the panel. But before that, let me please share with you some of the learnings I had personally and in the team together with DIHNET colleagues working with exchange of information and trying to think in cooperation. Obviously for us, and after these 3 years of cooperation, we see still that we have challenges for this to ensure a good cooperation in the ecosystem. We also see the need to go forward. Why? Because we have been cooperating. I mean, a lot of suggestions, a lot of information was already shared within the day-to-day, but obviously cooperation is still a challenge. Why? Because cross-fertilization is maybe where we want to go, but still we need to work a bit better, a bit farther on this, to find new formulas and so on. So still for us, I mean, we think the challenge is that we managed to build a Digital Innovation Hub community. The community is active. We need that, but we need to keep on working for this because the situation is different. The needs for Digital Innovation Hub are probably different from now on. We have new policy contexts. We have the EDITS, the European Digital Innovation Hubs that will be working very soon too. So we need really this community to be still active and a place where Digital Innovation Hub can find interesting information and can find, I mean, somehow a unique place where to learn and where to exchange. We also think that a challenge is to keep on building an extended network from Digital Innovation Hub, which is based on these cooperations. And we also think that it's also challenging to combine pan-European expertise. Still, we know that Digital Innovation Hubs were born with the same, but still, I mean, we need to work on this all together to better work for developing innovative solutions and better technological solutions. But also, if we wanted to summarize the challenges in 4, we thought it was very important also to the regional, the national, the EU policy context. I mean, we need to stimulate cooperation, alignment, and the use of existing capacities rather than duplicating efforts. So what do we need for an efficient ecosystem cooperation? Again, this has been built on our learnings. Probably there will be more things that we could add to this list, but I mean, just to show some of the learnings we had is that the scouting, awareness, creation, dissemination is very important for ecosystem building to ensure also cooperation, especially awareness creation. We see that this is still needed. I mean, all the workshops and working groups in which we are working at the moment to still see which are the needs from Digital Innovation Hubs. Awareness creation is one of the first things that is coming always to this kind of discussions. And also exchanging of practice, I think, and learning. So I think that in DIHNET we managed to be successful on this. Maite was also highlighting this. We have the Champion Challenge. We had very, very efficient working groups also that were always updated to the needs. I mean, we had the Precursors Network. We managed to collect good practices and so on. Marketplace, as I was saying, also a yellow pages is always needed. The catalog was also very important, as Anna was mentioning at the beginning. Brokerage, I mean, supporting always strategies by regional governments, also at national level, also at European level, because we are creating a lot and we need to be always supporting as much as we can these new creations and these new developments from Digital Innovation Hubs. And also our very, very important learning is that we need a vibrant community. We were working mostly online, as you all know, but this community is there, and we are proud to say that we managed to have a community working together and also very active. And last but not least, services given in this community is also very important. but still, I mean, gaps. For us, we still think that we are offering a lot, we are providing a lot, but we are not, we should be working close together with companies, because sometimes we are tending to offer too much, but we are not sure if we are, the offers are really the needs from the SMEs. Probably yes, but we probably need to listen better to SMEs. We also need better integration and better alignment. This has been said already, but we think it's always important. We need to work better on this. And still, we should go for an efficient EU-wide cooperation. We need to work still on this, because we see cooperation is happening, but still maybe at regional level is getting better, also at national level, but still there are gaps at EU level. Funding also for cooperation, maybe measuring also of success to have an idea on what is going on, more KPIs and better use of these KPIs and share of these KPIs. And also we should still work on a unique reference point of information. I'm not talking only about the catalog, but for digital innovation hubs also, especially the small ones and the new ones, there is a huge amount of information. So it's very good that we keep them in a place where they can look for it and not going from one to the other. So awareness and dissemination, as said. And again, why cooperation is very important in the ecosystem. Why a digital innovation hub should go and cooperate. So for me, this is part of my learnings too, is that first of all, I try to put this in a pyramid where less important is, if I can say something, to the most. So where the level of cooperation is increasing. So obviously the community or the ecosystem, we go there to get information. This is very easy, but it is not enough. We should aim to the cooperation, to the top of the pyramid. And we go from the getting information a bit farther on the exchange of information, but a step further to the learning of it, where we start already to have a small cooperation, to the creation of opportunities and to the cooperation. And this is helping me to go to my lessons learned, to my personal lesson learned. As I said, information sharing is very important, is crucial for the ecosystem, but just a starting point. We should aim to build a trustable ecosystem, and for this we need to go from one step to the other and the other until we manage to reach really a cooperation in which we can cross-fertilize information, cross-fertilize technologies, and avoiding duplications, of course, and cooperate and making also cross-border cooperation a reality. As I said before, yellow pages on Digital Innovation Hub, the catalog has been very useful as a unique point of information. I mean, the catalog has been visited by almost all digital innovation hubs that are working in our community, and this is really, we are very proud of it. We need also to animate the community. I mean, the community has been there, but this is not enough. I mean, we need to build it. We need to maintain it vibrant. I mean, we need to ensure that the ecosystem is engaged, and this is not easy. There is a lot of work behind, and I mean, we have been proud to be part of this work within DIHNET. So cooperation needs to be facilitated also in the ecosystem. So this is why we need to provoke somehow this kind of cooperation with matchmaking events, with working groups, where people is also starting to I mean, know themselves and so on. But still, cooperation is a challenge. Personally, I don't think we are still there, but we need to work for there, and especially when we speak about cross-border. And these are my learnings. I mean, I just let me also go quickly to my panel. I mean, we have here some questions, but I mean, probably we will have others that will be raised by the panelists. So I quickly pass the floor to Thorsten, which is one of the first winners, as I was saying before. And Thorsten has the experience, on cooperation, and he will be bringing us some comments around. So please, Thorsten, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Begoña, and thank you, the organizers, for hosting again this very interesting conference and the session. So from our perspective, I want to maybe co-comment some of the learnings Begoña just summarized. I think those of you who know me know what comes now. I think the most important topic we need for an efficient cooperation and an efficient information exchange is awareness. Awareness that not all DIHs in Europe are working in the same way. Not all DIHs in Europe have same governance structures, and the national or regional backgrounds of the respective DIHs is very, very much different. And this, of course, has effects on the way the DIHs require information exchange, and also the way DIHs require support for ongoing or future collaboration. Why is this so important? I think we have still, from the very beginning in the DIH discussion, the observation that some DIHs are really interested in collaboration. Some say, no, we are doing this since 15 years. We do not need support on it. We are quite professional in it. And I mean, this is true, because a DIH at the end is represented in most of the cases by an orchestrator, like, for instance, my organization, Digital Hub Logistics, or the Digital Hub Management GmbH, and we are speaking in behalf of competence centers. And these competence centers, in our case, Technical University of Dortmund and two Fraunhofer institutes, are doing international business and international projects since decades. And only now, since there's an orchestrator, they are not changing their business. But there are white spots. And these white spots are exactly those topics we have to focus on. And these white spots are also telling us where we have to improve. And of course, it is important to exchange, to collaborate with all the colleagues, mostly of the DIH orchestrators, to talk about what are these white spots. Do you also have white spots? Could we maybe map them and find collaboration schemes, whether it is on technologies, on skills, or on business models? And I think this then leads to our origin goal and our origin focus and activity. This is SME support. And this should always be our leading idea, not running behind the next, I would say, national or EU funding, but really to do something which helps us to give the best support to our SMEs we can do. And this is just maybe a kind of statement I want to bring in the discussion, because then we can also clarify immediately what information on top do we need to exchange, where do we have to focus on, and then clearly we also have subgroups of, for instance, the precursor networks, groups of DIHs which are can collaborate closer, or some who are doing already the same. They can maybe just match and exchange examples of good practices, for instance. So this is maybe upfront a small input from my side, Begoña, and I'm happy maybe later on to co-comment on the one or the other topic more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Thorsten. Thank you. Okay, I go and now to Balázs from Hungary. I don't know, Balázs.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you are there. We can see you, or I can't see you.
Believe me, I'm here.
Great. Now, yes. Thank you. If you can share your experience with us also, that will be great. I know that you will share some concrete examples.
Yes, I did. I don't know if you can see my screen. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, so very quickly. Super. So very quickly, just in 5 minutes, what Begoña briefed us is how we can showcase that what are reasons for our contacting beyond our organization and why we do that. Just one slide about us. We are located in Western Hungary, and we have the focus of advanced management and advanced technologies and the combination of the two. And it's a multidisciplinary team. So we have engineers, economists, and now we have doctors in the team, and we are extremely internationally oriented. And we have 4 domains where we are active at, and we are very proud that with the Basque Country we were co-awarded this title last year. So what are our motivation for cooperation as a digital innovation hub? First is that we have a local motivation that we want to impact the ecosystem objectives, and we want to have a kind of place in the territorial strategy that the vision we have is influenced and agreed and cooperated with certain partners. We are a small region, so we are only 1 million people, and when we want to have enough pool of competencies and pool of companies, we have to go at least national. And of course, we are a lagging region with respect to innovation, so it's very essential for us to be connected to the Center of Excellence in Europe. And I will show you 3 examples of what I've just mentioned. The first is when we say local ecosystem building, that we are a driver for a 10-year strategy development program, where we work together with 3 universities, municipality, chamber of commerce, and so on. And we started working together on this strategy last June, and for 6 months we were working on that, and we prepared certain so-called flagship initiatives from R&D, actions, test before investment, skills development, and startup, and foreign direct investment. And what we also did is we circulated it, and we received 1,000 people from an ecosystem who contributed to that, and all the large company CEOs. What we also do is we are doing events all around these topics, which are basically economic diversification and shift towards the health sector manufacturing. And how we do that is it's explaining why we do this, explaining why it's relevant for us, what is the expected benefit, and then what is our potential role in that. And we are very grateful for the Interreg Europe platform that we could work together with 5 fabulous regions on this transition program. So that's how we try to work together and be a kind of facilitator, a catalyst of the local ecosystem strategy. What we also do, what Begoña mentioned on DIH network, from a cross-border perspective. We are, as I said, located in Western Hungary, 10 kilometers from the Austrian border. And we started to work together with 4 Austrian regions and defining what are our complementary capabilities, technologies, stuff, and how we can provide services to the market together. So we developed a joint service portfolio. Then we made an analysis of the maturity of the companies we work together. And then we developed 10 pilot projects with businesses where we wanted to demonstrate to the market that this is how we can work together and brings benefit to them. And then we are working on now cross-border working groups. You can see the examples of different companies. There we subdivided who is doing the inkjet printing, who is doing the 3D animation, and so on. And as the next phase, we are building now a teaching and learning factory together, and also these thematic working groups. And the last example I'd like to show you is how we can take the analogy of the manufacturing-related digitization to other sectors. If I look at the demographics, I'm sure it's not that different from any other or most of the regions in Europe, and we see that as a potential. And then we said, okay, let's focus on 3 domains: health monitoring, safety feature, and socializing applications. And then we started to build a facility for care product development with robot sensors, applications, and data, the same technology we have at the moment. And then we built it now. We have taken fabulous examples from Finland, for example, and then we divided what is focusing on seniors and what on the smart homes, and then what we have learned in digitalization, we make the application for that sector as well, in line with the general and overall strategy we have. So this is what I have thought of sharing as a first input from our side.
Thank you also, Balázs, for the interesting examples you share with us. So if I can also give the floor right now to Annita from GRC. She is going to bring us some additional developments from GRC. I mean, starting from also from the catalog. So Annita, the floor is yours. I can't see you now.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Begoña.
Are you going to share the
I'm
presentation?
trying, yes, I'm trying to
Okay,
share my
thank you.
presentation. Can you see it now?
Now it's perfect. Thank you, Annita. Presentation
Okay.
mode is missing, and this is all. Thank you.
It's okay, or should I, maybe I will put it in full screen?
Yes, exactly. Thank you,
Yes.
Annita.
Okay, I will try to do that. Okay, so hello also from my part. My name is Annita Kalpaka. I work in the JRC Seville in the unit of digital economy. And thank you very much, Begoña, for the invitation to participate in this panel on challenges, and first in the DIHNET EU final event, and second in this panel on challenges and collaboration and the tools within the collaboration area between the digital innovation hubs ecosystem. I will take this opportunity to briefly mention some tools that we have developed within the last 2 years of collaboration with DigiConnect in supporting the digital innovation hubs policy initiative. So first, we have the online catalog of digital innovation hubs and candidate European DIHs. It has been mentioned a lot of times today, and we are very happy about that. This tool has developed to be the backbone of the digital innovation hubs pan-European and more community, because it hosts also hubs from different countries around Europe. It is now serving as a repository of almost 700 digital innovation hubs. More than half of them are validated as fully operational, and we host also the 337 candidate edicts proposed by the member states to participate in the upcoming call for proposals. I will not stay long on the catalog. You all know it's a searchable tool, and it's a great tool if you look for partners, collaborators, different hubs, hubs that are specialized in specific technologies, or they have different market, they focus in different market sectors, to find collaborations and network with these hubs. I don't know why it takes time to move from one slide to the other. Okay, second, at the end of 2020, we have published a practical handbook on how to create and reinforce digital innovation hubs. And this is practical guidance for hubs. We propose a step-by-step methodology of 7 steps, starting for very basic levels, from initial analysis until impact assessment and monitoring of hubs. This has been used many times by digital innovation hubs to help them evolve in the areas that they are not yet very strong, or to get ideas and good practices that are mentioned in the handbook. As regards collaboration, we dedicate a full section, which is step 6, on how to create national and international partnerships And we highlight that the digital innovation hub, the importance for the digital innovation hub to become a critical actor of the regional and the national innovation ecosystem, the need to establish and maintain partnerships with other actors in regional, national, and European level that will provide complementary competencies and specializations when needed, and to act as a doorway, providing access to knowledge which is not available locally, but via the network of DIHs across Europe. This network of national and international partnerships will also be a tool to help in SMEs that look for internationalization services. What is very fresh is the new content that we have published under the S3 platform. We have updated the content, the previous content in the new revamped Smart Specialization platform, and we have new content available under the section thematics, and the new thematic is digital innovation for industry. In this area, you can find content not only about the policy initiative and the links to the catalog, etc., but also you will find analysis based on the data stored on the catalog. So we have analysis of the DIHs in EU 27 level, and also analysis per country. For example, you will see we have a fees for each country. For example, this is a fees for France, so where there is extensive data analysis on the specializations, the technologies, the funding sources, the customer types of DIHs, the market sectors they specialize, etc. And this is available for all EU 27 countries. And I repeat that this is based on the data based on the DIH catalog. And then we have last but not least the new regional S3 page enriched with digital innovation hub data. So under the S3 revamped platform, we have a new thematic, which is not a new thematic. We have a new section, which is territories, where the users can select the region they want, and they get a full profile of the region around the S3, the smart specialization context. And this contains not only the smart specialization priorities for that region, but also thematic participation of the region in different thematic platforms, but also we have added the digital innovation hubs presence, how many digital innovation hubs are active in the region, which technical competencies they have, and what services they provide, and which market sectors they serve. We also have under the content page that I showed earlier, indicative examples of regions and how the regional smart specialization strategies and priorities fit with the specializations and priorities of the hubs that are active in this region. So I go very fast, and you can find details of all these tools that we hope it will be useful for you here. And this is it from my part, but I would also like to thank a lot the DIHNET EU project for the great collaboration that we had with them, and especially to Begoña Sánchez. We have worked, she mentioned that already, we have worked hand in hand all these years, and We have established a great partnership between us, and we hope that this will somehow continue in the future. Thanks a lot, and best of luck to the future of the DIHNET EU project.
Thank you so much, Annita. I know that we are already lack of time. I mean, coffee break is waiting for us, but I don't know, Gabriel, if you would like to add something, but really very, very quick, just 1 minute on which are the functions in what you see the use of EU-level info exchange.
Thanks, Begoña, for accommodating.
Challenging.
Yes, a minute to talk. First of all, I'm a colleague of Annita, working in the same team, developing all this, let's say, support from GRC to connecting the implementation of the Digital Innovation Hubs initiative. Coming to your question, I think let's say the community of hubs could benefit in different fronts from what I would call market intelligence. Somebody was telling in the chat that as an SME, he felt lost and far from DIH. And this is something that we verified recently. We were conducting a pilot exercise with the digital maturity assessment tool that we have been developing, and also realized of this. So first area where to share information, I think, is precisely on how to reach out and acquire new customers, let's say not the typical ones, but new customers. And this is linked to, let's say, the profiling of SMEs. The rationale behind the initiative of Digital Innovation Hubs was speaking about big discrepancies in terms of needs across sectors, across size of companies, and across territories. Let's say that having, for example, a repository of specializations needed in different territories and provided by Digital Innovation Hubs could be very useful, combining technologies with business solutions and use cases. And last but not least, I think also collecting, let's say, information about relevant policies and funding opportunities which are interlinked could also be of benefit for every hub. Perhaps all these are functions for the future DTA, the Digital Transformation Accelerator. And
thank you so much, Gabriel. Thank you all for being on time. I know that we are a bit late, but I think it was really worthy. Thank you for these contributions, discussion. We can keep on this on the community. And we also believe that we need to work on distributed mechanism. I mean, probably not top down, but bottom up to ensure that value and to ensure that all the information is correctly used and easily used by the community. So sorry for being a bit late, but I really want to thank you, the panelists and the audience, for the patience. So I think it's time for coffee.